Coach, your group really turned up on the defensive end in that second half especially. What did you like about the team's effort in quarters 3 through 4?
I thought we took on the challenge at halftime. Our coaches did a great job of challenging these guys to we were getting stops, getting steals, but we weren't converting. And I think that third quarter is what it should look like. We were able to get out and get some easy early baskets. Weren't coming back to the basketball, the throw ahead. It was all there, but it started with our defense. Holding them to 20 points in that third quarter was big for us.
What did you see from Franz tonight?
He looked comfortable out there. Obviously, his wind is going to take some time, but his ability to get downhill, to play make, to create for his teammates, I thought he did a great job being aggressive and not letting things get to him.
Just kind of on that with the shooting in that first half, it would have been easy for the team to kind of collapse defensively, but to stay in the game, really controlled much of that first half. What does that say about where this team's mentality is at to let the defense lead the way and set their offense up for a quarter like the third quarter?
I mean, you have to. That ball's not going in the hole. You got to find a way. And so our ability to contain the basketball, rely on our defense to get out and get some early baskets to watch the ball go through the hoop was big for us because it wasn't falling in that first half. But you got to continue to trust the work that we've put in, continue to trust that process. But, again, our guys made sure that we relied on the defense to set the tone for this game.
Two games holding an opponent under 100 points in the last three, and then you have that fourth quarter against Utah on Saturday. Do you feel like the defense is starting to kind of regain some of its identity, swagger? What do you want to?
It's getting there. It's definitely getting there. It's not necessarily the dark side like the Seattle Seahawks defense, but we're getting there.
What happened to Paolo's hand when he got hit by the ball?
I do not know. We'll go back and talk to him and see what happened, but I'm not sure. I think that it's a rocket that he got straight to his hand, but there's nothing there as of right now that I know of.
He didn't shoot the ball well to start, but he hit a couple shots down the stretch and just stuck with it. Just when he's not hitting, what do you want to see him do, and what do you think he did tonight?
I think he stays with the process. He's looking for finding teammates, making the right pass. We put him in the pick and roll with a couple of the smalls. They showed out. He's making the right play as teams continue to show on him, getting his teammates involved, getting downhill. A couple times he got to the basket, not necessarily getting that call. But, again, he stays aggressive, stays attacking the rim, and I love that for him and for us because he continues to put so much pressure on the defense when he gets downhill.
Coach Suggs had 10 assists tonight. It felt like he could have 15 off some of those potential assists in the first half. How do you help the team kind of stay steady in the chaos off the turnovers when transition breaks out and you emphasize how they need to convert those scoring opportunities?
Yeah, you talk about what we're doing. A couple of times we could have been better. We got a steal, got out in transition, 2-on-1 situation. We got to make the right play in that scenario. Got to run with the right spacing, got to get downhill, make the defense actually have to commit, and then you get those open looks. Again, but it's part of film watch. We'll walk through it tomorrow to understand exactly what we need to do when we find ourselves in those scenarios again.
I know you want to kind of hold the team to standard no matter who's in or out of the lineup, but having Franz back out there, for however long he can be out there, having Mo back out there now, just kind of having a full roster. Did you sense that there was a little bit of a release or kind of a relief in having that and the way that they played and the energy that they played with tonight?
Well, I love their energy. I really do love the way that they play, just being able to be back on the floor together. Again, it's going to take a moment and time as we continue to get guys in and out of the lineup with finding the minutes restrictions and make sure that, guys, when they step on the court, they're ready to go. But again, with the minutes restriction, it becomes a little tricky. But these guys understand that, and they know it's going to take some time. And we got another one to do, on Wednesday.
Coach, you got Paolo at the 5 there a few minutes in the fourth quarter. You got, I think, 3 threes and a layup out of it, playing all those ball handlers at once. What kind of does that do for the offense, just opening up the floor in those situations?
Yeah, in the timeout, I thought about you. I was like, let me see if I can do exactly what he said pregame to make sure that we get Paolo at the 5. But no, it was the right thing to do because they actually went small ball, and we had been switching anyway. So at the end of the day, his ability to go against a matchup, them over helping, he gets the three-point shot again. But we have so many ball handlers and multiple guys that can make plays. That's the beauty of what we have with our team.
Jamal, it's been a while since you guys have won 3 games in a row. What does this do for the mentality of the team to be able to stack some wins together going into the All-Star break coming up?
I think it says a lot for this group. You know, I mean, 3 in a row is good for us. And we talked about taking care of home, but we also talk about one game at a time. And so our ability just to keep moving it one game at a time, no matter what, as we continue to string them together, that's a good thing for this group to keep building confidence going into the break.
Thank you, Coach Mose.
Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Franz, your group was able to pull away after halftime. It looked like the defensive intensity ramped up. What did you see as the reason your group was able to string together a strong third and fourth quarter?
I thought our defense was really good. Honestly, all game, I thought they made some tough shots, and I think we could have gone on bigger runs that first half. We would have hit some open threes, but thought we did a good job just staying the course, and I thought we played a pretty solid game.
Obviously, you're on a bit of a minute restriction tonight, but how would you evaluate the way you feel and the way you played tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I feel good. I think I feel as I should at this point. You know what I mean? Obviously, still working my way back, and you know, obviously got to find a rhythm out there. But pleased with how I played, and hopefully could help the group win.
Your first time in the NBA coming off the bench, obviously that won't stick, but just what was that like for you?
Yeah, it's definitely different. But I mean, I came off the bench before in my life, so just trying to find other ways to obviously get ready and be ready once you get subbed in, and sometimes it's fun to have a change of routine like that.
You mentioned the defense was the big catalyst in this game. That's obviously been something that's been up and down for this team. You've been watching it from the sideline, but what felt different about the way you guys defended tonight, and really maybe the last during this win streak and defensively?
I think we were more consistent with our communication and just with following the game plan. But I think our offense is connected to that. Like I said, I thought we did a really good job, especially in the second half, but all game of trying to find the next action, creating an advantage, and not having so many one pass or no pass possessions ourselves. And if you move the ball like that and make them work on defense, it's going to be harder for them to get out and run and score easy ones in transition. I think that's what hurts us a lot of times, and hurts our defensive rating sometimes.
Franz, I think it's easy for people in your situation to say, I've got 2 games until the All-Star break. Let me rest the ankle a little bit longer, especially considering your history with the ankle. But what was the meaning of coming back for these 2 games, and what does that mean for you and getting back into that rhythm instead of just waiting it out?
I mean, I just want to play basketball. So if I'm ready to go, like I said, I think I'm not where I want to be yet physically. So using these games to get to that point as soon as I can, and got good 16 and a half minutes today, and the sooner you start that process, I think, like I said, the sooner you get to 100%, and we're gonna need everybody down the stretch of the season. So.
Franz, it seems like there have been times the last few weeks where the team has kind of lost sight of its identity. How does the team get back to that more often, more of the time?
The what?
Get back to that identity that has made you guys so successful the prior 2.25 years, to get back to that.
Well, I think it does start on defense for us in a lot of ways. It's on players to come into the game and have the right mentality. Like I said, I think our offense sometimes impacts that. When you struggle creating good shots, it's tough sometimes, just mentally, just being as locked in, and that's why I think we got to improve on that end, and play together, play to each other's strengths. We got a really talented roster, and a roster where you got to figure some things out too. I think we got a unique situation here, and once we do that, though, I think we're one of the best teams in the league, and that's when you're going to see, like today, you're going to see us having a better defense. But Like I said, I think sometimes, no, it's not a football team. You know, it's the offense and defense are connected, and like I said, I thought today our offense, especially in the second half, helped our defense a lot, and we got a lot of easy ones in transition, and just off of getting good looks all game. So I think that's, yeah, defense is tough, and it's going to win you a lot of games, but I think it's also fair to say that everybody loves playing offense and loves playing free out there, and when the shots are falling, it's more fun to play basketball. So I think we can't ignore that part of the game. Yep.
It looked like your group was able to turn up the defensive intensity in that second half to pull away. What did you see out of your group on that end of the floor tonight?
Just, the second half making a decision to pick the pressure up. And yeah, just be more physical. That was something he talked about at halftime. And I think we did a good job.
What's changed defensively over the last three games? 2 of the last 3 you've held opponents under 100. Does it feel like you guys are kind of finding that groove again and finding that identity that you guys know and know what you can do?
Yeah, I think, we're just playing a little harder. We having less lapses, better communication, and we're just doing a good job covering for each other, and that's allowing us to pressure the ball a little bit more.
What does getting Franz back do for you personally on the court, and just as the team as a whole, being healthy for the first time in over a year? How much does that confidence give y'all?
A lot. One of our best wing defenders, obviously one of our best offensive players. So just having them back gives us a lot of confidence. It just makes us able to do a lot on defense. Having them out there, being able to switch down the line 1 through 5, having him, having Wendell, just different dudes who could switch. And just having him out there to just get a bucket when we need it. You seen he hit a big step back 3 today. He's just big in big moments, and we're glad to have him back.
Bucks were talking about how they're going to be more competitive on Wednesday night. How do you guys respond when you come off a win in a 2-game series like this?
Just trying to see the things that we did a good job of, capitalizing those things, and then watching the film, trying to cut down on defensive mistakes and just things that didn't work on offense.
Obviously, the first half was a bit of a struggle with the shooting. What changed, or what was kind of the mentality shift to keep the defense up and to kind of shift that in the second half?
For the most part, we were taking good shots, touching the paint, spraying out, and we were just missing open looks. So I think today we did a good job of staying with our process and playing really good defense, no matter what was going on in the game.
AB, you threw down some big dunks tonight. Who had the better what-if dunk? Jalen Suggs with the 360 alley-oop, or that tomahawk that you hit off the back of the rim there?
I'll say 360 for sure. Yeah.
Any tips for Jace for the dunk contest coming up?
No, I think Jay's going to surprise some people, though. Just seeing some of the reactions to him doing the dunk contest, it's just probably a lot of people that don't know what he's got in his bag. So I'm excited to watch that. He's been practicing, and he got a lot of nice dunks. So to answer your question, it's probably nothing I could tell him that he don't know.